Hey everybody, this is Craig from 9V Games, and yes, this is empty. I'm putting everything back. But while I'm putting everything back, alright, stop, the worst side. My face is bleeding, I cut myself shaving, so don't point out that I'm bleeding, I already know that. Alright, while I'm doing this, I actually have taken the time to respond to pretty much everybody who's replied to my Silent Hill video, which hopefully that's how you got here, unless you follow my channel. And this is going to be about HD ports. Now, I'm all for HD ports. You guys have probably seen my remake this for Silent Hill 2. I actually put that out before they even announced that they were remaking the Silent Hill 2. Not remaking it, but putting it up on HD and putting it on 360 and PS3. Now, the reason that pisses me off so much that people complain about sound issues and some visual bugs is because every HD port or HD collection has this problem. I'm pretty good about the HD collections. I've been buying them. I just bought Metal Gear HD collection on the Vita, but I also have it on the 360, and I did order it for the PS3. Now, I do this just so people can shut the fuck up if they want to come at me about any of this, but here's the real gripe I have. Now, I don't have the legitimate case for it, but as many of you might remember, there was a Zelda collection for the Nintendo GameCube. Now, that Zelda collection had Zelda for the Nintendo, it had Zelda 2, Link's Adventure for the Nintendo. It had every Zelda up until Majora's Mask, with the exception of Link to the Past, but that's because they were re-releasing it on Game Boy. They wanted people to buy that, and they had 4 swords coming out. So, now, the thing that makes me mad about that is that there was issues on the same level as the Silent Hill HD collection, if not more. And it also happened with the Ocarina of Time and Master Quest disc that was released. There would be random game freezes, crashes, and erased saves. That was just Ocarina. And then when it came to Majora's Mask had sound issues out the ass. Some sounds wouldn't sync up, and there was a lot of issues with the music. Now, music in Zelda are like this. Music is 50% of Zelda, because just as the Ocarina alone, every Zelda's got some instrument that you play, and the music does something. If music's not syncing up, it pulls you out of the experience. However, if you go look at the fucking reviews for the Zelda collection, then you see that people didn't even care about those bugs. Now, what makes me mad is that if you were to say, well, why didn't it matter that, you know, there was sound issues and there was video issues and there was erased saves and, you know, random crashes and blah 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 in the Zelda collection, and you would just reply, dude, it's Zelda. Of course it's going to get a good score. It's Zelda. Well, if you're a legitimate Silent Hill fan, you should look at the HD collection and say, well, there's some sound issues with the submachine gun, and I don't like the new voices, and blah blah blah, which voices in 2 you can change back. And I know that they got the original voices on the disc for 3, but they just need to patch that shit because too many people have complained. And there are some frame rate issues, and people have complained about bugginess and blah blah blah. Dude, the response to that is, why is that acceptable? Because it's Silent Hill. They took the time, and I don't care how they did it. I know that supposedly it wasn't a problem with the porting on Hijink's behalf. It was actually Konami not giving the finished copy of the game, and then they ported it from there. Guess what? That Zelda collection wasn't ported either. That Zelda collection was emulation. That's where the problems actually came from. They were emulated ROMs. That's how people stole the ROMs off the disc. So, I guess it's just, it's more of a hype thing. Like, because Zelda's such a beloved rock. It's embedded in everybody's childhood who's my age. That it's okay to let it slide when it happens to Zelda. But it's not okay when it happens to Silent Hill. I think that is more of people just hating on Silent Hill, maybe because of Resident Evil fans. Who knows? I think it's just more of a bandwagon thing where somebody who was famous complained about it, and the shit just kept rolling downhill and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So, I put it to you that some of those people who actually complained on my page have no information for me to go off of, that they even bought the fucking game. And I don't know if it really sold very well, so the amount of complainers to the people who actually played the game is null and void. On top of that, Devil May Cry HD collection came out. That also got good reviews. There's a huge problem with that in the graphics department. Not on my end. I love it. They couldn't take the time to polish the menus or the FMVs. So if you want to talk about immersion in the game, you're in the game, it's supposed to go to an FMV that's from the in-game graphic engine, yet you're going back to the PS2 jaggy graphics and it's going widescreen. I mean, going letterbox and then blowing back out to regular widescreen. There's a problem with that too, but I don't know. I'm just tired of people complaining about the Silent Hill thing. If you want to wait for the patch, wait for the patch. If you don't want to wait for the patch, I don't give a fuck. I did say right in that video that if you have any other means to experience Silent Hill on either the PS2, Silent Hill 2 on the PS2, or Silent Hill 2 on the Xbox, play it that way. If you got a PC capable of running it, that's even better because you can play it in HD and with the original voices and everything was copacetic. Play it that way. I never told you the thing was perfect. No HD port's ever perfect because nostalgia will always drag you back. And whether you like it or not, you are playing a 10-year-old game, over 10-year-old game, technically. Right? Yeah. So, get over it. Stop being bitches. Be happy with what you got. That's all I can say. Thank you guys for watching.